Breaking news: Liverpool sack Arne Slot after Bournemouth defeat as Xabi Alonso arrives in shock Anfield. Appointment Liverpool Football Club have officially parted ways with head coach Arne Slot following a turbulent run of results that culminated in a damaging 3-2 defeat to Bournemouth yesterday, a loss that proved to be the final straw for Fenway Sports Group. In a stunning chain of events that unfolded at lightning speed, the club have already secured Xabi Alonso as his replacement, with the former Real Madrid manager putting pen to paper on a deal to become the new man in charge at Anfield. The decision marks one of the most dramatic managerial shake-ups in Liverpool's modern history and signals a decisive shift in direction from the club's ownership, who have grown increasingly frustrated with inconsistent performances, tactical uncertainty, and a visible lack of identity on the pitch. Bournemouth loss seals Slot's fate. Liverpool's trip to the Vitality Stadium was expected to be a routine test, but it instead exposed the deep-rooted issues that have plagued Slot's tenure. Despite taking the lead twice, Liverpool were undone by defensive lapses, poor game management, and an inability to control the tempo, eventually succumbing to a 3-2 defeat that sent shockwaves through the fan base. Sources close to the club confirm that FSG executives had already raised concerns over Slot's position before the match, but the manner of the defeat accelerated the decision. The Reds once again looked vulnerable in transition, disjointed in midfield and mentally fragile, traits that have become alarmingly familiar under Slot. Within hours of the final whistle, emergency meetings were held between senior executives, and by the early hours of the morning, the verdict was clear. Arne Slot's time at Liverpool was over, inconsistent performances and growing doubts. While Slot arrived with a strong reputation following his success in the Eredivisie, his spell at Liverpool failed to meet expectations. Despite flashes of attacking promise, the team struggled to find consistency, particularly against well-organised Premier League sides. Liverpool's league form fluctuated wildly, Champions League performances lacked authority, and several key players appeared unsure of their roles. Injuries were a factor, but insiders suggest the real issue lay in Slot's inability to adapt his philosophy to the relentless physical and tactical demands of English football. Fan patience had begun to wear thin weeks ago, with Anfield increasingly restless during home matches. The Bournemouth defeat simply confirmed what many had already feared. The project was drifting. Xabi Alonso. Liverpool move fast and decisive. What makes this saga truly extraordinary is how quickly Liverpool moved to secure Xabi Alonso as Slot's successor. The former Liverpool midfielder, who had been managing Real Madrid, recently became available after being relieved of his duties in Spain following internal restructuring at the club. Liverpool acted immediately. Talks were opened within hours of Slot's dismissal, and negotiations progressed at remarkable speed. By last night, Alonso had agreed personal terms, and this morning, the club confirmed he had signed a long-term contract to become Liverpool's new head coach. This appointment has been met with widespread excitement among supporters, many of whom view Alonso as a symbolic and tactical bridge between Liverpool's glorious past and an ambitious future. A return to Anfield, this time as manager for Alonso, the move represents a deeply emotional homecoming. The Spaniard was a central figure in Liverpool's historic 2005 Champions League triumph and remains one of the most respected midfielders ever to wear the red shirt. Now he returns not as a player but as the man entrusted with restoring Liverpool's identity. Club sources describe Alonso as the perfect fit, a modern coach with elite tactical intelligence, strong leadership, and a deep understanding of Liverpool's culture. His work at Real Madrid, despite ending prematurely, showcased his ability to develop young talent, implement structured pressing systems, and control games through midfield dominance. Tactical reset. Under Alonso, Liverpool's hierarchy believe Alonso can address the very flaws that haunted Slot's reign. His preferred system emphasises positional discipline, intelligent pressing, and controlled build-up play, elements that have been sorely missing. Alonso is expected to immediately stabilise the defence, redefine midfield roles, and bring clarity to the team's attacking patterns. Several players are believed to have already welcomed the change, viewing Alonso as a coach capable of elevating their game to elite European standards. Message from FSG: no more drift. This decision sends a clear message from Fenway Sports Group: mediocrity will not be tolerated. After years of success under Jurgen Klopp, the owners are determined not to allow Liverpool to slide into prolonged instability. By moving swiftly and decisively for Alonso, Liverpool have avoided an interim period and instead opted for a bold, long-term solution. The club believes Alonso's appointment will restore belief, unity and ambition, both inside the dressing room and among supporters. Fan reaction: relief and renewed hope. Reaction from the Liverpool fan base has been overwhelmingly positive. While many expressed disappointment that Slot could not make the project work, there is a sense of relief that action has been taken. Social media has been flooded with messages welcoming Alonso back to Anfield, with fans already dreaming of a new era built on tactical intelligence, emotional connection, and a return to Liverpool's fearless identity. A new era begins. As Liverpool prepare for their next fixture, all eyes will be on Xabi Alonso as he steps onto the Anfield touchline for the first time as manager. The task ahead is immense, but so too is the belief that this appointment could mark the beginning of a new golden chapter. Arne Slot's reign ends in disappointment, but Liverpool's future now feels alive again, driven by a man who understands what the club means, what it demands, and what it takes to win. Liverpool have turned the page. Xabi Alonso has arrived. Why Xabi Alonso's tactical philosophy will immediately benefit Liverpool players. The appointment of Xabi Alonso as Liverpool's new head coach is being widely viewed as a strategic masterstroke, not only because of his deep connection with the club, but also because his tactical philosophy perfectly suits the current Liverpool squad. One of the most significant advantages of Alonso's arrival is that Liverpool's players are already familiar with the style of football he intends to implement, allowing for a smoother and faster transition. Alonso's preferred approach is built around structured possession, intelligent pressing and positional discipline, principles that Liverpool players have been exposed to for years. Under previous regimes, Liverpool developed an identity based on high tempo, aggressive counter-pressing and quick vertical movement, foundations that Alonso does not seek to destroy, but rather refine and modernize. Many members of the current squad are tactically educated players who thrive in systems that demand intelligence rather than chaos. Alonso's model focuses on control rather than constant risk, enabling Liverpool to dominate games without being defensively fragile. This is particularly important after recent seasons where Liverpool often looked exposed in transition. In midfield, Alonso's philosophy is expected to unlock the full potential of Liverpool's technical players. His system values positional awareness, short passing combinations, and calmness under pressure, traits that several Liverpool midfielders already possess. Rather than asking players to rely solely on physical intensity, Alonso emphasizes decision-making and spatial control, a shift that could extend careers and improve consistency. Defensively, Alonso's structure will bring much-needed stability. Liverpool's defenders are accustomed to playing with a high line and coordinated pressing triggers. Alonso's tactical discipline will reduce individual errors by ensuring players are always supported positionally. Fullbacks in particular are likely to benefit, as Alonso's system clearly defines when to attack and when to hold shape. In attack, Liverpool's forwards are well suited to Alonso's fluid frontline rotations. His style encourages interchanging positions, intelligent off-ball movement, and clinical finishing rather than excessive crossing. Because Liverpool's attackers have already operated in similar systems, adaptation is expected to be rapid. Perhaps most importantly, Alonso understands Liverpool's footballing culture. He knows the emotional demands of Anfield, the expectations of the supporters, and the intensity of the Premier League. This cultural familiarity allows him to communicate ideas more effectively and gain instant respect in the dressing room. Sources inside the club suggest that players are optimistic about the change, believing Alonso's methods will bring clarity, balance and confidence. Training sessions are expected to be more tactical and structured, helping players understand their roles with greater precision. In many ways, Liverpool are not starting from zero under Xabi Alonso. Instead, they are returning to principles the squad already understands, guided by a manager who knows exactly how to elevate them. With familiarity, tactical intelligence and emotional connection on his side, Alonso's playing style could be the key to unlocking Liverpool's next successful era.